He's Ash.
He's David. And this is the Artful Pose.
That's it. I finished.
Of course, my lord.
When I raise my fist like that, I'm done!
Yes.
That is the crescendo!
Hey everybody, and welcome to the Artful Pose. This is the Professor, and I got a bit of a treat. I was able to actually find this online on Amazon Prime Day. It wasn't necessarily on sale, but it did appear. And this has been one of those figures that I've been having a hard time finding. It came out last year and never made it to my local stores. At least if it did, it was immediately snatched up. So when I saw this online, I immediately grabbed it. And I've been riding the Masters of the Universe high since the movie came out. So when I saw this finally available, at least somewhere at a decent price, not over $40, I had to nab it. And what is it that we're looking at today? Well, this is part of Mattel's Masterverse line, which is slowly going away, being replaced by Chronicles. And this is the Vintage Collection Skeletor, Evil Lord of Destruction, in the classic design, but in the Masterverse body. So let's quickly take a look at this awesome box, because this has just got MOTU written all over it. It's absolutely gorgeous. You got all the great asteroids all around it, and the electricity and the power, and it's just exploding. It wraps all the way around the box. And in the back, we got these beautiful illustrations showing you accessories and what he can do. We also got this great scene art with Skeletor and his version of a power sword, the second half, if you read the mini comics. And of course, we got mini comic Castle Grayskull in the background with that beautiful moon illustration. And you got some planets to let you know this is not Earth. So yeah, this is great. So let's break open this guy and see what he's all about. Well, there he is, out of the box. Skeletor, the Evil Lord of Destruction, part of the Masterverse Vintage Collection. Well, this turned out really great. Let me see if I can get some good lighting on him. There we go. I mean, I was very happy with the Vintage Collection He-Man. That one I was able to find at a Target last year, and immediately had to grab him. It was either last year or the year before. Can't really put my finger on it. You know, time is relative. So this is pretty much the Masterverse type body mold done in the classic original style that before the cartoon, when it actually originally had the mini comics that would come with it. And I have to admit, for an upgrade of such a classic figure, he is great. He's just gorgeous. That's just... I love all the little details. Let me see if I can back up the camera just a little bit so I can bring him closer with some good lighting so you can see it. The hood is textured to look like fabric. You got that nice green skull paint application, and he does have the red pupils just like the original one. Crossbones right here is a metallic purple. And of course you see the Hordak logo in there, because those of you who know what is coming next. We got some great paint apps all along the chest piece, even along the shoulders. There's been some paint apps here for some metallic purple. Just say that 5 times fast. And showing you a little bit of that it's actually metal bolts going throughout there. We got a sheath for either the sword. I don't think you can put the Havoc staff, but if you force it in there, I'm pretty sure you can. And this is all one separate piece. It is removable. The paint, there's wonderful blue and all monochromatic blue shading all throughout to highlight all the muscles. They did include all the little fin textures, and his hands do have the claws, so it's not like it's just a repurposed He-Man mold. It does share some qualities with He-Man, because as you can see, just like the Vintage, it has the He-Man loincloth, but with Skeletor's accoutrement in the front instead. Great paint apps all the way around on the legs. You get that multi-shading to really emphasize the musculature, which, hey, no custom work on my end. You got the boots with the texturing, which is really cool, and you have the vintage. Yes, this is what Skeletor's feet are supposed to look like, all with just 3 toes, like a chicken. Yeah. I was kind of upset when some of them started drifting away from the chicken feet. I think it makes him look more, I don't know, gives him more character, not just a guy with a skull fur face. It adds a little bit more, that there's more to it than just him having blue skin and a skull fur face. So yeah, let's see what he comes with. And what I thought was really cool, because we don't get these that often with Masterverse, we did get extra hands. And you got fist, so he can beat Beastman. And then you got this claw hand, I guess when he's like holding a power orb or something. And you got the spread out fingers, which, speaking of spread out fingers, you have fingers. And you know what you can do with those? Hit that like and subscribe button. Really helps out the channel. Takes a couple of seconds, I'm not joking, and it's completely painless, I promise. Alright, back to the figures. So, I want to get back on the skull a little bit. Really, really neat paint apps on here. There's a little bit of wash on there, and I love that you got the red pupils. And I thought in the movie they did such a great job with those red pupils. So what else does he come with? He also comes with his version of a power sword, which was the second half of the power sword. Kind of like a yin and yang kind of thing. It's made out of a metallic purple, which looks really cool. No paint, it's completely molded out of this. And he also comes with this jumbo. This thing actually has a little bit of weight for the amount of plastic that is, but this jumbo Havoc staff. You can see all the creepy detail on it. The rest is all smooth, completely molded out of the purple. And can he hold his Havoc staff? Yes, he can. Perfectly. Skeletor! Yeah. Alright, so let's go over quick articulation. Those of you who have Masterverse figures, you probably already know. Arms can go out that far. Oh, let's start off with the head. Rotation, rotation. Can look about that high, that low. Back and forth. Can the head come off? Yep, can pop right off. So if you want to switch out your Skeletor head, if you want to go for maybe the Revelations, if that's your favorite with the fangs, it's up to you, but you can pull off the head. Arms out, full rotation. The shoulder pads don't really inhibit it that much. There's no butterfly joint, but there is pinless double hinged elbows. Let me see if I can get that one's a bit stiff. I'll have to heat treat that one, but you get the drift. And no pins and double hinge. Rotation, hinge. You got a dumbbell right there just below, so he can crunch this far back. Let me see if I can. And he can rotate at the waist. And he can do a split, Jean-Claude Van Damme style. Take it, man. Double hinged knees. Really great range on the knees. Has a thigh cut swivel, boot cut swivel, hinged and ankle rockers. I'm gonna have to heat treat that one as well. This one's good, so you can see. So there's some heat treating that needs to be going on this one, that's for sure. Let's give him this Havoc staff. So overall, I mean, the movement and everything is just, I mean, what you see is what you get, and it's, I'm not disappointed. And if you happen to have the vintage edition He-Man from the same line, goes well, perfectly with it. I notice He-Man's a bit taller, check that out. That's right, Skeletor. Get out of my way, you boob. All right, let's see, what else does he like? So if you're still riding on the He-Man wave like I am from the movie, and you did happen to pick up the 2026 Movie Skeletor, let's see how that stacks up. So you got Vintage Classic, and then you have 2026 Movie Edition. Not that bad. I mean, he is a bit taller with this gigantic Havoc staff. Oh my gosh, it's so big. It's really cool. And for another Joker, let's see what this is, the McFarlane style. Oh, well, you can match if you have McFarlane DC Multiverse. Hey, it's almost the same scale. And let's put him up with another Mattel figure. Let's go with the Flash. This is more of your 6.5 inch scale line or Marvel Legends line, so you can see how that matches up with that scale. So he is a bit taller. He's a big guy. So there you have it. This is Skeletor from the Mattel Masterverse line Vintage Collection. A+ in my book. And I would really like to give a shout out to who I got this from, and I thought it was so sweet. I love it when toy companies do this. This came from We Are Toys with a nice little thank you message. So I wanted to give a little shout out to Keith and Deb. Keep your small business going, and thank you very much for being able to sell Vintage Skeletor at such a great price. So thank you guys. And I really want to thank you, the audience, for hitting that like and subscribe button and spread the word. This is a great Skeletor. If you have the vintage He-Man, goes great with it. Shoot, this is just a great Skeletor for your general villain collection. All right, that's all I have to say about this one. And as always, this is the Professor, and may your poses be artful.
Like, share, subscribe, like, share, subscribe, like, share, subscribe.